Welcome. This video introduces you to the philosophy of our office. We respect you as a person, and we genuinely appreciate the opportunity to speak and meet with you today. This is true whether you hire us ultimately to be your attorneys or not. You are the reason we practice law. So even if you don't hire us, you are always welcome to call us later and to talk to us about new issues or concerns that develop in your life. We respect you, and we represent real people with real needs, with real problems. In other words, you're not going to be a number, you're not going to be a case study, and you're not going to turn into either of them. Life is far too precious, its experience is too rich to allow that to happen. So, regardless of the pressures or demands that confront you, we recognize that you are special, unique. And since you're here with us now, we acknowledge that you want us to consider your matter as thoroughly as possible and as responsible as we possibly can. So, now assuming that we're able to help and that you want us to, from the onset, we will build our relationship on trust, honesty, mutual respect, and integrity. We want what's best for you. That's the primary reason why people become our clients and why they refer their friends and family to us. Also, you'll always have a right to make your own decisions. We know that you want to make your own decisions, and we respect that. Indeed, you have the exclusive right to do that. And assuming you engage us, that right will continue. Of course, throughout, we will always remain available to answer your questions, and we will provide you with sound counsel and advice. We'll talk to you as I would want to be talked to if I was the client. I want to tell you what I would want to know if I was the client. Because fully informed people make decisions that are better suited to their personal needs and objectives. We will always acknowledge and respect the fact that you may have to take other important personal things or relationships into account. For instance, your personal financial considerations, personal medical or psychological needs, morality and faith, family influences, friends, and professional or business relations may come into play. And obviously, these are things you know best, and so we will defer to your judgment when you base it on those regards. The only exception to that is we won't be party to any irrational decisions or acts, violations of the law, or the rules involved with your matter. That is the way that we would want to be treated. That is the way that we would want to be understood if we were the client, and it's the way that we would want to proceed from the onset to the end. It's respectful. The other thing is just call us. As always, if you have any questions or comments, just call us whenever you're ready. Don't be shy, don't be embarrassed. Always just pick up the phone or come by the office. If we're already occupied, we'll just call you back. We return your calls. Communication is the key to every relationship, whether it's in the law or outside of the law. And of course, our relationship with you is no exception. Once engaged, we figuratively enter into a partnership with you, and it's a partnership of shared interests. It's one in which you want us to use our best efforts for your benefit, and we will do exactly that. Our commitment is simple. If you engage us, every person in our office will strive to do their level best for you. And we always work from the best possible results under the circumstances that present. This is critical to your understanding of the problem resolution process because every problem exists in a dynamic, ever-changing, and ever-evolving environment. This is particularly true when other parties are involved, and especially when the other party's interests may not only differ from yours, but where they may be antagonistic to yours. Changing attitudes, priorities, needs, and perspectives also contribute to the dynamics of the environment within which your challenge exists. Even if you don't engage us to act as your attorneys, we still want the best for you. And please always stay fully informed about the specifics of your matter and pay attention to the political and economic factors that influence the environment in which your challenge exists. To become a client, you must agree and sign our written engagement agreement. At this time, you are either presenting your matter to us so that we can consider whether we can help you, or you're going through an initial tax exam. To actually become a client of this firm, you first have to agree to the terms and the provisions of our written engagement agreement, and then you and we have to sign it. Engagement agreements are tailored specifically to your unique matter. They set forth the scope of our work, your financial responsibilities, including details about the payments that you have to make to us, and other issues critical to our attorney-client relationship that would then exist between us. We become your attorneys and are responsible to initiate representation of you only after you and we sign the engagement agreement, and only after you satisfy the payment requirements. You're signing an IRS or a state of Michigan or another state power of attorney, or are reviewing the facts of a matter, does not mean that you've become a client and does not obligate us in any way other than to simply review your facts. At this point in our work together, we are either considering and evaluating the matter that you've brought to us, or you're in a tax exam. In either case, at the conclusion of our work through that first step, we would then state to you what our fee would be and how we would intend to proceed. In order for us to become your lawyers, you would have to, and we would have to, sign a written engagement agreement, and that engagement agreement would reflect the specifics of the responsibilities and the issues that we would address for you, and the financial requirements that you would have to meet with us. So, from this point forward, thank you for coming in. Thank you for having us review what it is that's a certain challenge in your life. And thank you for entrusting this matter to us. We look forward to a long and positive, successful relationship. Thanks again. So, let's get started with the initial steps, and let's work together. Thanks for your time.